Well, all right. So, warm welcome everybody. So, this video is about today's trading channel. First of all, I would like to tell that this video, most of the videos I am creating for my reference and to identify my mistakes, whatever I have did in my trading. And if you see that, it may help you guys as well. So I normally put videos, the trading mistakes and the trading whatever I have took, so that I can learn and I can myself keep a reference for that. So that's the idea here. So let's get started. So today the show guy was Bank Nifty. So as per yesterday's Devang's video, his channel is uh, the financial analyst. I will put it in the comment. His videos are really good. So as per Devang video, actually he told that actually if the Bank Nifty and Nifty is opening at flattish or a small gap up opening, we can expect a up move in the Bank Nifty. So I was planning that, but somehow I missed it. Actually, somehow I missed it. So I was actually watching Asian Paints stock. Actually, I wanted to do identify some trading pattern in Asian Paints. So I was occupied with Asian Paints. So I will come back to Asian Paints later in the video. So coming back to Bank Nifty. So Devang took a trade in the morning itself, and within 15 minutes he booked a huge profit. So for me, I couldn't do it. So I thought, okay, I will buy a put at the top. So his target was, and my target as well. So I was so if you go to 15 minutes chart, okay, forget it. We'll go to day chart. So my initial target was here 35,350 range. So if we can see that it's a strong 34,350, I mean 35,350, 35,400 range. We can see a strong resistance area. The Nifty was unable to break that for long time here at this point. Okay, we can see that this point was not this point. All right. Okay, this point was a strong point. Forget it. I take a horizontal line. So this was the point. 35 odd numbers, 35,350 to 35,400. This was the point I was talking. But Bank Nifty was so strong because of the HDFC did all the work today. If you see, we can see the HDFC is up 2.62%, and the thing is, 10 points in HDFC contributes 200 points in Bank Nifty. So you can see that obviously 2.62% in HDFC means that it will be a huge rally in Bank Nifty. That's the calculation. So it didn't stop here, so I took a put here. I didn't keep a stop loss, so I was expecting at some other time I was expecting Bank Nifty to come down. So after that, my next target was at this point. All right, so yes, my next target was, this is a 400, and next target was, okay, my next target was at this point 35,500, 35,493, 35,500. But Bank Nifty consolidated for some time at that point, 484. Okay, at this point, okay, initially at this point, then here. So it consolidated at this point and did a breakout. Easily did a breakout. You can see a huge rally in 15 minutes time chart and reached 35,640 and took a consolidation here and went up to 35,807. That was a huge rally today. And I keep on added puts. So I had around 5-6 lots, I guess. I had all right. Initially I bought a put and I booked it early because that was a at the money put. I don't know it's called at the money or whatever it is, but it was actually on the downside because that it was 35,000 put, and Nifty was Bank Nifty was trading somewhere around 34,300 or 35,400. So I sold it out, and I bought a 35,400 put, but it went up. Then I bought a 35,700 put for 220 rupees. So I bought it. Okay, I bought it 220 rupees, and it came down to, I bought it 220 rupees, and if you see that, it came down to 156. It came down to 156. You can see the gap between the high and low today, 156 and 551. That's a huge thing. Okay, forget it. So I have not kept a stop loss. So I was expecting Bank Nifty to come down tomorrow. So because it's a huge rally, so I was expecting Bank Nifty to come down tomorrow. Only HDFC did all the work and lifted up Bank Nifty. Okay. So what the mistake what I did is, I actually, while placing the order, I have not noticed this is MIS. So MIS means intraday position. So I should have opted for the normal carry forward position. So unfortunately I did a MIS, and in Zerodha, MIS to normal conversion is not allowed. I think it's a SEBI rule, or Zerodha came up with that rule to help the retail investors not to lose money. I mean, obviously, retail investors like me to lose more money. I think Zerodha came up with that rule. I'm not sure about SEBI or Zerodha's. Okay, anyways, actually, I did a mistake over there. So finally, at 325, it got squared off, and I booked a profit of around 1,408 here, and a loss of 3,081 in the put here. 35,400 put here, because I was in assumption, so I can carry forward it, but that's a mistake here, so I had to be very careful next time. Okay, and so for this one also, actually this got sold at 275. So actually this went up to around 295 or something, so 20 rupees loss for me. So I had two lots, so 500 rupees loss for me. There is another loss here. Okay, that's about Bank Nifty. And after that, in the afternoon at around 3 p.m, FIS came into picture, and they sold it out heavily. Today a 500 crore in cash market FIS has sold out. So the Bank Nifty has came down. And other than that, there was an issue in Tata Motors. So Tata Motors came down at around, at that time Tata Motors, in the market closing hours, Tata Motors fell down 10%. So it was around 145 it started, and it sold out around 10%. That was the issue in Tata Motors. Tata Motors. So this was the issue. So they have an issue with the semiconductor chip acquiring, because there is a shortage because of the COVID, all those things. So there will be a delay in the they cannot meet the expectation of the production volume, all those things. So because of the Tata Motors down by 10%, and I added at 315, I added in cash market, and I bought call as well. So I bought a call of 340 CE. I bought at 11 rupees, but unfortunately it closed at 730. So it went down till 680. High was 24.45, and I bought at 11 rupees. Came down to 730. Let's see. I have got another 2-3 weeks. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I have got another 3 weeks. Let's see how it goes. So, and I had 2 lots in 400 CE. I bought in June midweek, but it was actually it was going down like anything. So I sold one quantity at 230. I bought at 280. yes, I bought at 2 rupees 80 paise and I bought at 230 rupees because Tata Motors had some good news and it went up little before the fall. So it went up to 358 in the intraday and it started falling out. So it was about to break out. So it has to, after 360, it's a breakout for Tata Motors. If it closes above 360, it's a breakout for Tata Motors. 362, yeah, after 362. So it went up to intraday 357 after that. So I sold my half of the quantity of Tata Motors in cash at, I sold out half in cash and one lot in derivative as well, and I bought one more near 340 CE. All right, that's about Tata Motors and Bank Nifty. Okay, so and Bank Nifty. Okay, after that, what I did is I added 2 lots at 289 at around 3:25 p.m. about when the market is about to close. I bought 2 lots because I couldn't actually carry forward the other lots. So I am expecting market to come down. Hopefully tomorrow market will be going down. Dow Jones is in deep red. Oh, super, 1.16% red. Okay, let's hope Dow Jones will be in deep red so that I can make a good profit. I cannot make a good profit, at least I can actually adjust my losses here. So that's the idea. That may affect Tata Motors as well, but that's fine. Tata Motors have time, so I have to adjust this Bank Nifty put loss tomorrow. So I think I'll be fine. Let's see. Okay, now coming to Asian Paints. There is Asian Paints. Okay, so Asian Paints, how it behaves is, so if it's opening at a lower level, so if you see the opening is at 3017, so normally what happens is it will come down to 3005 or 3010 and it went up to 3030 and it will start falling down. That's how Asian Motors behaves, Asian Paints behaves. That was yesterday's chart. And if you see today's also, it opened at 3003, went up 3020 and started falling down. So I was actually planning to trade in options, but it's very tough to trade in options in this kind of huge volatility because this happens in span of 5 minutes normally. So I just checked today morning, so this happens in a span of 5 minutes. So I have to do in cash trading. So that's the idea. So if it's opening here, buy at around 3005 3007 level and take a 10 rupees or 15 rupees quick profit and exit it. You have to be very quick with that. You have to do it within 5 minutes. And this is for today, 6th July, and this is for 5th July yesterday. This is open at 3017 and low is around 3010. So obviously 7 rupees down, so you can plan accordingly. You can see how it behaves in pre-market. So it went up to 3041 or 30, okay, yeah, here 3044. You can easily book profit. So that's the idea. Its high is okay 3029. Yeah, you can aram say make 10 rupees profit in that. Coming back to 2nd July last week, so it opened at 3032. In that case, actually, if it's opening high, you can short it at that point. So it came down, and coming to 1st July, opened at 3008. Scalp of 10 rupees went down. So 3005 or 3007, that should be the point you have to note, and on the upper side 3020. So that's the range, 3005 3007 range, and upper side 3020. That's the range you should be in Asian Paints, and only in cash market, not in derivative segment. Okay, that's all about Asian Paints. Now, all right. So, and another thing today, what I did is, as Nifty ran up like anything, it was about to touch all-time high. It was about to touch all-time high. So I booked half of the profit in a couple of holdings like Havells, Tata Motors, Naukri, HCL Tech, all those things. Good that I booked profit in Tata Motors as well. So that's what I did. So I will add at dips in another couple of days. And took a trade in Aarti Drugs and cheated. So Aarti Drugs has cheated me. It was a sort of a false breakout. Don't know why it's happening. Tried yesterday as well, had to exit it. So it's a 15 minutes chart. 6 July. Okay. All right. So this, okay. So 7:45. Okay, let me open here. Aarti, okay. Aarti Drugs. Okay, if you see the day chart, we can see that 7:45, 7:47 is a resistance for Aarti Drugs. So you can see actually this point is a resistance, 7:47. Okay, 7:47.90. So 7:48, it has to close above 7:48 for a good move. Okay, it touched 7:49.75 and came down. So what I did is, so okay, that's a mistake from my side. So it didn't close at that level. It went to that level and closed at 7:46, and I took a trade at around 7:46 and had to sell it around 7:43. So open the day chart. No. I was expecting a different trade. Okay, I was expecting this breakout. So I was expecting if it closes above 7:45, if it closes above 7:45, I will have two targets. So one is here, 7:50 at this point. So I placed a target at 7:49.50, and next target for me was here, 7:57. So I actually okay, yeah, got it. So 7:45 was my breakout level. So my trade was, so I saw this candle closed at 7:46.10, so, and with a good volume, so I thought it will go up, and I bought it around 7:44.50, but it started coming down, and I booked losses around 7:43. I sold it out because obviously if it's coming down, there is no point in holding it. Otherwise, if it's a breakout, means we can see a sudden move. It won't actually, in this case, actually started going down, and it went down to 7:40. If it's a breakout, means it won't happen like this. It will actually it will go up this, and from this point some consolidation will be there at taking this support, and it will start going up. So I lost it, but what I learned is how to identify the false breakout. So we will see Havells, to check how the breakouts happen. So we will take the yesterday's chart. See, Havells did a breakout at before that, I guess. Okay, at this point. Okay, 1005. Okay, 1005. Okay. initially. Okay, initially at this point 1000, then next point was 1010. Okay, all right. So if you see that, see, it went up. So it reached 1005 at the resistance level and started consolidating, but taking a support at around 1005 level itself, not less than that. It didn't went here, or maximum it can go still here. It should not go at this level. And it took a consolidation. A good green bar came up, went up, went up, went up. Obviously, there will be profit booking. That's a healthy behavior. That's how breakout should be. Here, there is Aarti. In case of Aarti drugs, it was not that kind of scenario. It went up, closed above this, suddenly came down and came down like this. It went down like that. So if it's a healthy breakout, means should the one candle here and another candle should form at this point. It should not close below this point. So we can see that actually it's not a healthy breakout. It's a fake breakout over there. This is the point. And in the Havels, we can see that like this it should be taking a support here. Okay, that's about Aarti drugs. Okay, so I think I am done for today. We have talked about Bank Nifty, Asian Paints, put Aarti drugs intraday, book profits, and we'll see tomorrow. Okay, if you are watching this video, please drop a comment if you like anything or if you didn't like anything. And I have to tell one more time that this is a educational video for myself, actually for me, and it may help any of the people. So I am actually keeping in YouTube for my reference. So if you want to watch it, it will be good. Actually, you can learn mistakes from some other people. That's a good thing, actually. At least you don't repeat the same mistakes. Okay, so if you are watching, thank you for watching, and have a good day ahead. So all right, so have a good night and have a good day. See you in another video. Thank you.